is Ruel's Running Podcast, a podcast about running, health, family, play, and an NSNG lifestyle. And now, here's your host, Ruel.
Excuse me as I rock on. That's Went Away by Dorothy Lane. Dorothy Lane out of Martinez, California. That's out of the Cut and Dry album. Check them out at dorothylanemusic.com. Yeah. Hello everybody. This is your host, Ruel Abadam. How's it going? This is The Silly Show. If you are a return listener, welcome back. If you are a new listener, welcome here. Yeah. Hope everybody's doing well. I'm doing good. Doing good. Finally just got back from a long weekend. So that meant travel. So let's get right into it. I'm going to talk about the food stuff. So, not a whole lot had been cooking, given the travel. So, I just kind of winged it, and really took that extra effort to not, just sort of give up and fall into like getting a whole lot of junky carbs and whatnot. So what does that look like? Well, the long weekend started on a Thursday evening, and so whatever I had Thursday at home was, I guess, the most optimal I could have been to kick off the weekend, the long weekend. I usually try to add some good healthy fats in my coffee just so that I've got that energy sort of running through me. So that meant I had, some good fatty coffee running through me during the evening drive. The family went to LA from where we're at. We're in Northern California, sort of San Francisco Bay Area. So we took took I-5 down south towards LA, Santa Monica specifically, and before we hit I-5, we grabbed some stuff for the kids to eat ahead of time. And that involved burgers and stuff. So everyone just got stuff from the Habit Burger. I can't recall, because time had passed. If I had anything, it would have just been a lettuce wrap, cheeseburger, lettuce, tomato, onion, pickle, no spread. That was it. So, that's sort of like the typical travel. It's if you can often find a burger place. Just don't eat the spread, don't eat sugary condiments, and don't eat the fries. And you just hope to God that the meat, the patties are okay. Meaning that they aren't full of fillers, like almost like a meatloaf, right? It's got breadcrumbs and stuff, and that for whatever reason there aren't any vegetable oils at play, But if I had a choice between eating suboptimal meat and a slice of bread, I'd rather eat the suboptimal meat or the processed meat. Yeah, it's not good overall, but you got to pick the best of the least evil of the two. Yeah, so that was pretty much the norm for the long weekend. Just me, like, when the family would go out to meals, I'd often just, give me the basic burger, and instead of the fries, I'll grab a side salad. Dressing on the side, I ought to stop asking for dressing on the side, because I really don't even use the dressing. And by the time we were at a Cheesecake Factory, if anybody knows what a Cheesecake Factory restaurant is, and our server brought the dressing on the side ahead of time, and it smelled awful. Meaning, it just smells sweet and fake. It's like, why did I even ask for it? So, just a basic burger, side salad instead of the fries. Quickly disassemble the burger when I get it. Put the sides off to the side. I mean, the buns off to the side. And I make basically a salad with a meat patty as the protein. Nothing fancy. I did bring along for the trip. I brought avocados. I brought coconut oil. I brought several tins of sardines and water. I brought some organ meat supplements from Heart and Soil. I got the fire starter and the I forget what the other bottle was. Basically, it's just like liver, kidney, blood, and what was the other one? I think it's spleen. I'm just don't have the energy and the money and the time to source out the organ meats, fresh organ meats or fresh frozen organ meats, and have them delivered, and for me to figure out how to take those for travel. So and I've been regularly adding some electrolytes, the Pure Vitamin Club Ultra Salts in my water. Just basically turning my regular water into mineral water, and can't hurt, right? All the minerals and things, and there's magnesium, and there's calcium carbonate, and so not bad. That was me just trying to have some sort of backup. I love the sardines. I love the avocado. Those, there was one morning where I kind of started the day like that, knowing that it was going to be really uncertain where I was going to get something to eat, and questionable whether or not it was going to be kind of okay. So I just started the day with coffee, with coconut oil, and then I had the sardines and the avocado going. I took my supplements and my electrolytes, and knew that was going to get me through the day without me feeling like, oh my God, I'm starving. I gotta find anything, right? Didn't want that to happen. So that's that. That's pretty much it. My gut did take a toll towards the tail end of the weekend for whatever reason. I don't know if my gut must still be changing, or it must be sort of impacted by some of the restaurant, choices that I had with the patties and their vegetables. I don't know. My gut's going through some shift. So we'll see how it goes. Now that I'm back home, we'll see how it goes, getting back sort of my own meal prep. Exercise-wise was great. I had hoped to take my TRX straps along to the trip so I could just do workouts in the room. But I misplaced some of the accessories that go with the straps, that where I could attach it to a door. So that didn't happen. Fortunately, the hotel we stayed at had a decent gym, and I was able to adapt some of my recent routines in that gym. So, where I would do the kettlebells, I just substituted it with dumbbells. Different feel, but same thing. So, can't use, oh my God, the gym here doesn't have kettlebells. I can't use that as an excuse to not sort of get that work in. The warm up where I didn't bring my skip rope. I just went on the treadmill and I brought up the intensity enough to sort of replicate some good jump rope. So my duration on the treadmill was just as brief or long, however you want to look at it, as I would doing a warm up on a jump rope. And I went through a set of several rounds of boxing, right? So a lot of it mostly was shadow boxing, where I didn't have use of my heavy bag. I have a 100-pound heavy bag at home. At the hotel gym, I just picked up the 5-pound and sometimes the 10-pound dumbbells and just did shadow boxing with those things and went through round by round, break by break. And it really was a pretty intense workout. And lastly, it doesn't make any difference whether it's at home or in a gym in the hotel. There's a short routine for ab work. So yeah, and I did those for 2 back-to-back nights at the gym over there, and got a pretty good workout. I was pretty happy, to be able to get that work in, because for a long time for all the times we've traveled, I just never took advantage of the gym. But the focus is different right now, different for me, and part of that, I like to think that the focus has to do with the fact that I'm not drinking alcohol anymore. That I've my mind is clearer, and when my mind is clear, it allows I can't sort of sink into any sort of mental dark space and depression or whatnot, that whole downward spiral. So yeah, pretty good. I'm participating in the Vinnie Tortorich No Sugar No Grains event, starting this month of November. Oh, what the heck? What month is it? It's October. Good golly. So much for a clear mind. But from now until the end of the year, just, be NSNG as I can't say the F word. She's always, my daughter's with me. So just try to be as strict as possible and, loving it. That's pretty much the vibe. Now that we're back home, now I gotta do family stuff. And part of that includes helping my wife with the cookie business. And yeah, you're like, gosh, you're SNG strict. What are you talking about cookies? Well, yeah, I'm one big where I try to heal myself, fuel myself, and live, as grain and sugar-free as possible and alcohol-free, but I participate in what I choose to call art that just so happens to be edible and not really healthy for you, but other people will still kind of buy into it. So, I do a lot of art on cookies for my wife's business, and it's pretty cool. Looking forward to getting back into some exercise routines back at home in my own workout situation. And that's pretty much all I got. Run-wise, the month of October, there's just too many events happening from my kids, marching band sort of activities to birthdays and things of that nature. So, the events the running events that I could have participated in, just kind of forgot about it, and gonna have to find an opportunity to just do my solo runs. But right now I'm kind of okay with not spending too many miles on my feet, but working on strength and power and stuff, because I am capable of doing the long runs, but I think making myself more durable, and my back's been kind of good to me lately, so I'm just going to keep kind of progressing with this idea of be stronger, be more resilient, and with that I'd probably be able to handle the longer runs much better, and at least that's the idea. But yeah, that's all I got, you guys. It's a quick one. I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for listening. Appreciate you. Go out and run something. Bye.
Thanks for listening to Ruel's Running Podcast with Ruel. If you like what you just heard, share it with your friends and your enemies. Also, be sure to check out the site over at ruelsrunning.com. This has been another Coffee with Heavy Cream production. Join us next time for another silly show of Ruel's Running Podcast.